Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, don't leave, don't leave, don't turn around, don't turn around. Welcome in, guys. Hey, how's it going? How you doing, Austin?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Josiah?
I'm doing good. I am doing good.
Well, now that you know our names, we are the Super Cinema Bros.
Cinema.
Super Cinema Bros. Bros. All right.
There we are.
All right. That's
Here we
enough
are.
of
Here
that.
we are. Yeah, yeah. Done fooling around. Okay, so you've walked into a special episode of the Cinema Bros where I shall give a review of this anime movie, Scarlet, by Mamoru Hosoda. Famous for having done Girl Who Leapt Through Time, Summer Wars, I believe most recently Belle, maybe Boy and the Wolf or something, Wolf Children, couple things, couple things. Don't quote me on that. Belle for sure, Girl Who Leapt Through Time for sure. Yeah, this is his newest biopic. Actually, no, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. That would be fascinating. Anyways, so yeah, this will be me talking about it. I got a chance to see this movie last Friday, IMAX, and then we found out that it was like a super tiny release, and the thing's going to be released again in February to the mass audiences. Um, I don't know why they did this. Why they're like, yeah, let's just do a little IMAX drop for like a week, and I think it was like 8 cities in the U.S. I happen to be close to one of them. Luckily enough, I had no idea I was close to one of them, and that Austin was not going to be close to one of them, unfortunately. So, this part one is me giving you guys a bit of a non spoiler kind of breakdown review, as we'll say, of the movie. I'll try to keep all the details at a minimum. I'll try to be super vague. And then in February we're gonna do it again. I think it drops like February 12th or something. I forgot the
Six or
specific day.
something.
One of those days. So just a couple weeks, couple months away. But yeah, maybe I'll give you guys an idea of whether you want to check it out or not. So, anything you want to say, Austin, before I get into it?
Um,
What do you have to say for yourself?
I wanted to see this movie. I was looking forward to seeing this movie. The movie was not available in my city, and so I could not see this movie. So I look forward to having a conversation about this movie as soon as I'm able to give it a good viewing, and then we could have like a real uh, hot take bonanza. But
Mm-hmm.
until then, in the meantime, in between time, we'll have a non-spoiler review of this movie presented to you by Mr. Josiah. And yeah, we'll get into it and then we will move on to a movie that we both did see.
Mm-hmm. So y'all get two today. All right.
Yeah.
So let me get into it. Anime film, as you could tell, by Hosta Mamoru Hosta, as I already said. Okay. I did enjoy watching this film. That said, I mean, you can go look at the trailer. I will recommend not to go look at other reviews because other reviews pretty much tell you like what it's based on from the get go. I will say there is a classic work by a famous writer that this is loosely based upon. I'm not very familiar with that original work. That said, if if you like the original artist, like, okay, let me ask you, Austin, for a half second. Do you want to know what this work is loosely based off of, or do you just want to know nothing?
Less is more.
Okay,
Less is
all
more.
right, all right, all right. So individually, maybe find out what work this is potentially based, what this is based off of. How can I say? Movie was cool. So visually, as you can tell, they're going for anime art style with like CG, a CG base. I haven't seen an anime specifically look exactly like this one. I think it was done very creatively. The they got like more detail into an anime aesthetic than I typically see. One example is there are a number of shots where when you're close up on the character, you could see that they didn't just like hyper simplify the mouth. Like the mouth often could look relatively realistic or even beyond. Like there was a point where the character's like lips were like super dry and they made those lips look all kinds of janky and dry and like puffy and stuff like that. So yeah, overall there is some 2D animation in here. They use it in I think an appropriate place like within the overall narrative. But yeah, the biggest thing I can say about the art style is anime-esque looking main characters and human characters. Most of the time they go for almost like photorealistic background, and we get that every now and then in anime. I feel like the more recent Ghost in the Shell may have done the same thing where like the main characters were very anime, but then the environments were pushing towards photorealism. It creates a kind of a juxtaposition that I think overall works. Like I feel I like that they tried something different. Like they didn't try to just make it look like Into the Spider Verse like a bunch of movies are. They didn't just try to make it look like classic anime. It pleasantly tries to make its own area category like within the visual aesthetic of anime. That said, I could see it not working for a lot of people, and there are a few moments where I'm watching it, and it does look a little bit odd to see CG anime characters like walking around almost photoreal environments. So it doesn't like perfectly work for me for the entire movie, but I can very much appreciate that. Yeah, they were going for something specific and something different. Now this is actually rated PG-13, and I think is very appropriately rated PG-13. The overall story that's presented in this, I don't think is gonna appeal to kids in any way, shape, or form. Um, there'll be some kids, but yeah, this is not Zootopia where you're looking at just absolutely beautiful characters that are immaculately rendered, making
So, so,
jokes and yeah.
so it's not Japanese Zootopia 2?
I mean, it is, but the Japanese do things so different than we do that in our perspective, it's goodbye, get out of here. Yeah, yeah, you're done for. All right, see, this is not a movie for him, and he knows it. Um, that's really what it comes down to. Like, but do you really want Zootopia 2, the Japanese version, right now? Like, I don't know if you even want that. I don't want that. So, anyways, like I'm saying, PG-13. Which I might lose Austin again in just a moment here. PG-13. The themes and the way the story develops is very much something that I would have vibed with in high school or in middle school. It very much reminds me of like when I first saw, I don't know, Vampire
Hang on,
Hunter
hang on.
D.
In what grade in high school?
Which grade?
Which
Tenth
grade?
grade. 10th grade. Sophomore.
Not
But
11th grade?
no, 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 no. Still at the wise fool stage. Oh man. Uh, look. These movies aren't for everybody. Okay, it's a level of maturity in the tone. Oh man, shoot. Now that's actually pretty appropriate for the story. I will say, maybe he's gonna like it more than he realizes. Um, yeah. So long story short, PG-13. One of those stories where it's like, oh man, my mind was blown. It's actually into the stories brought up themes and elements that I had not thought about before in my childhood youth that will then connect with adults as well. But yeah, like I was saying, reminds me of having watched like Vampire Hunter D. It's like it's similar to the what the OVA experience used to be in anime. It used to be that like you had your day by day, week by week
Is it
anime.
OV? Hang on. Is it OVA or OAV?
Maybe
Is
it
it?
maybe is it OAV? Maybe it is OAV. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. I thought it was OVA. It's definitely not UAV. UAV is not online. Uh, yeah. So guys, thank you for hanging in here. Oh, since he's not here, let me just say real fast. Shakespeare. If you like or dislike that writer, you just kind of know what you're getting into, but it's a softer version of that. The anime elements make it more palatable. That said, like if you just want to see a movie that looks cool, a movie that looks similar to like Lord of the Rings in moments, looks similar to maybe I don't know Ghost in Shell or like your medieval esque anime. Um, yeah, it's got some nice action moments in it. That said, the actual like theme and the way that where the story lands, it may not be satisfying. For me, it was not fully satisfying the way it landed, and the actual anime elements are relatively tropey. Uh, so, and then it shares some elements with his movie Bell here and there, with music a little bit. So, all in all, I thought it was worth watching. Thought it was fun to see. It's gonna put the kids under 12 years old to sleep though, most likely. um and you're not gonna come out of this like feeling like your mind was just totally devastated by something wholly unique. Also, I guess this is a little bit in this almost spoilers element. You may find the villain unsatisfying. I found it unsatisfying by the end of the day, but I'd like to hear your opinion. So, when this comes out in February, go out and check it out. Austin's going to check it out also. We'll get to a part two of this review. Y'all know me. I'm definitely going to hype up an anime movie. That said, this is probably in the mid mix of all of his films. So if you've seen any of them and you feel one way or another about all of them, just like just be like, okay, this is a middle ground. This and maybe Bell even to some small degree. This feels like a movie that an artist makes when they're starting to get up into the years a little bit. I won't tell you why. Once you see it, you'll understand. All right, Austin, what do you have to say for yourself?
Is there like a Rogaine commercial midway through intermission or something? Is he getting up in that level of agedness?
I'll say this: there's another toothpaste commercial in this for sure. Mm-hmm.
Is it Colgate or Crest?
It's Colgate, man. Tough guys. There's tough guys out here. It's tough. Yep. 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 Don't expect Anything close to Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle, or Nezha 2. I know Nezha's not technically anime. Nothing near that, but it tries something those don't do. Those are very shonen. This tries something more. What is it? Seinen? Seinen? I don't remember how to pronounce it.
Seinen.
Seinen. Yeah.
Seinen.
Correct. All right. So from that, yeah, I had some fun watching this film, and you could even check out the first 7 minutes in Japanese. I don't think there was translation online right now if you want. I think at the official website, it's all in Japanese, and so maybe ask Gemini or something to translate it for you. But yeah, that gives a pretty good feel for what the movie is. It's I mean it's the first 7 minutes, so it should set the movie up. So if you're willing to see that, that I think will give you a good idea of what the rest of the movie is. Because I don't know that it does anything dramatically different from what's in there. Yeah. All right, guys. We are going to take a half a minute pause. Probably in reality, 3 minutes or so. I got to switch some things over so that we can talk about our next film. All right, come on back in just half a second,
All right.
guys. We'll see you in